to the Clair and Balding Show with the most successful active manager, Jose Mourinho. It's time to introduce our second guest. He's etched his name in Anfield folklore with some of the most audacious moments of individual brilliance. No other player has worn the red shirt with more pride and earned such universal admiration. He is one of the world's greatest footballers. In an illustrious career, Steven Gerrard won over 100 caps for England. A Liverpool icon, he represented his hometown club for 17 years. First captaining the side at 23, Stevie G has been at the heart of some of the club's greatest moments, inspiring them to that stunning Champions League triumph, UEFA Cup success and FA Cup glory. After an emotional Anfield farewell, he joined LA Galaxy and is now one of the biggest stars in the MLS. Please welcome a legend for club and country, Steven Gerrard. A reception, and there are a few Liverpool shirts there, but that's not all Liverpool fans. That's some Chelsea fans too cheering you.
You told them what to do, that's why.
Do you think? Yeah. The two of you are going to be fine tonight. You were going to get on, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
Because I never know what on earth was going on here. It's the funniest thing about that. It's like a 5-year-old child. I've got the ball. You're not having it back.
Things he'll do to win.
No,
you know?
But he loves you. You really do, don't you? You've always admired him as a player.
Yeah.
You have tried to woo him.
Sure, 3 times.
And what happened?
His blood spoke, and he decided to stay at Liverpool, which I was a bit frustrated, especially a couple of times, because the third one I was already convinced that he was not coming. But I admire a lot that that decision.
Were you tempted?
Yeah, very much so. You know, when Jose Mourinho comes calling, it puts a player in a very difficult situation. Only that I'd been at Liverpool for 8 years of age, and all my family are Reds, and that the club means so much to me. So he put me in a difficult situation 3 times.
And what did you admire in him as a player? What was it about Steven Gerrard that you wanted?
I always had, on Steven and Lampard, I really like, because they could do everything. When I was really thinking about accept the England job, I was thinking, finally, I have both together. But then, I didn't go.
Why?
Because I was too young. I was too young, you know.
But you could have got the best out of them together, couldn't you?
I could never understand why they couldn't do something big, because that generation was phenomenal.
And you got a letter, didn't you?
Yeah, it was after a charity match that we held at Anfield. You know, John Terry was kind enough to make his way down and do his bit for charity, and he handed me a letter. I didn't know who it was off. He just said, open it, it's a bit of a surprise for you. So when I got home, I opened the letter, and it was off this fella. And it was a very touching message, and the letter is now in a frame, pride of place in the house. You know, that's what it means to me. And it was a nice touch which showed the other side, what he gives to players off the pitch. And even players that have been a rival and have turned them down on 2 or 3 occasions. You know, he's still humble enough and a gentleman to take the time out to write me a letter.
So I always felt respect for the player, respect for the man, and sorry that he left the Premier League.
Now, you've been training at Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, who, while we've seen the sort of soft underside of Jose, we see the soft side of Jurgen Klopp all the time. He is a hugger, doesn't he? He loves to hug his players. Has he hugged you?
Yeah, I've had a couple of them, yeah.
Is he nice? Is it a nice hug?
He's a big guy, you know. I think he's about 6'3", 6'4", so Big cuddles. When these top managers they come along and they show these players this love, it makes you feel taller, it makes you feel bigger, it raises the confidence levels, and that's what, you know, that bit of love you can get off a manager can give you.
Are you a secret hugger? Do you hug them?
No, I'm more about...
Exactly.
It's the same.
And do you know Jurgen Klopp? Had you known him before?
Yeah, I met him, yeah.
So where's he going to be on the Christmas card list? Which section?
Yeah, nice simple message. Yeah.
OK. And that'll get longer and longer, I expect.
Yeah.
You know, as you get to know him more. And there are these breaks in the MLS, which is why you're here now. And some players, I think Thierry Henry did it, and Robbie Keane, I think they came on loan while they were at an MLS club. And you could do it. Would you do it? Would you suddenly pop up playing for Liverpool again?
No. I'm sorry. I've already had my time. It's time to move on. I'm enjoying being over in America and playing in the MLS. Liverpool are moving on without me. I'm keeping fit and ticking over there at the moment and enjoying being around all the staff and all the players that I know very well.
And you're still such a fan of Liverpool. I mean, you're watching their games live when you can, aren't you? Or all the time in LA?
All the time, yeah. I'm losing some sleep over it.
Well, that's because you're, what, 10 hours behind?
Yeah, but it's BT's fault. They keep putting them on at 12:30. If Liverpool win, it's fine. You know, you're happy and you feel great for the rest of the day. It's when you get up and they lose and you've lost 5 hours sleep, that's the problem.
And what are you like when you watch? Are you animated? Do you get emotionally involved? Do you shout?
I'm probably worse than when I played, because you're in no control. You know, when you're playing, you're in that dressing room, there's something you can do, you can contribute, and when you're sitting on a couch in LA, there's nothing you can do except throw stuff around the house or shout and scream at the TV. You
rang David Beckham for advice before you moved there. What did he say to you?
Go for it. He spoke very highly of the club Galaxy, about the level. You know, he said to me, I'll enjoy the life, get left alone, be able to do stuff with the kids and the family without, you know, anyone interfering. And he said I'd also enjoy the league. He also explained it's not Premier League level, but it's still a good enough level to enjoy your football and see out your career. So he was a big factor in my decision. And how would you assess your first season there? It wasn't good enough from our point of view, because we were first and second in the league up until the last month of the season. We lost 2 out the last 3 and fell down the pecking order in the playoffs. A bit disappointed to come home so early. Hopefully we can put that right next year. So the playing side of it is going to improve, but the living side of it, I mean, we did this thing with Jose earlier, I don't know whether you saw it, where obviously he's going to get recognised anywhere in the world. He can't go into the middle of Maasai Warriors and not get recognised. But LA might be the place.
Oh, it's fantastic.
LA, completely anonymous.
We go in pre-season, and this is the best place.
Because nobody knows.
A few, but not many.
Now, when we knew you were coming on the show, I got in touch with a couple of friends of yours to get some alternative questions. So first of all, I rang your good mate John Bishop, a very good footballer himself, actually. He didn't pick up the phone.
Who said that?
I've seen him play.
You've seen him play?
I've seen him play.
So have I.
Yeah. Anyway, John Bishop wouldn't pick up the phone to me, but he did leave a message on my answer phone.
Hi Claire, it's John Bishop. Can you do me a favour and ask Stevie about the injury he picked up when playing against Bournemouth in the FA Cup? Wasn't a very big thing.
What was the injury?
It was a laceration of the penis.
Well, he's given us the technical explanation there.
A big laceration of the penis.
How did it happen?
I went in for a slide tackle 50-50 to stop a cross. I actually got there for once. Block tackle, the follow through right up into the private area.
And did you know right away? Did you think, ow? Yes, obviously.
I definitely knew, ow.
Did you know what it was?
No, but there was an extreme sting, and I knew the game was on TV, so I had to have a sly peek, and it didn't look great. So I toddled over to Brendan and the physio and give the physio a sly peek, and he went and I went back, and then he said to me, carry on. because it was a cup game and it was really tight, so I had to get back out there and just get in and bear it. And then I got it stitched up after the game.